Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, great. Okay, so we took care of the first question. Green and blue. Hold on a second. Cooney's question list. Cooney did a great job with all his questions. Okay. So we're on this one here. So seen you in a while, seen you for a while. Once again, it's the same thing, but I do agree. I'll see you in 5 minutes means 5 minutes later, and I'll see you for 5 minutes means during. So in many cases, in refers to the future, and for refers to during. Okay, does that make sense?
Sure.
Yeah, but for this situation, I haven't seen you in a while. I haven't seen you for a while. Same thing, same thing. And I do want to check Google. Let's see which is more common. So we're going to go to Google here, and I'm going to type, I haven't seen you in a while. And we have 4 million hits. I haven't seen you for a while. 3 million hits, right. So for some reason we say this the most frequently, okay? Okay. Your next question, Cooney, Greg is so emotionless. Why? Does anybody have an idea? Why is Greg so emotionless? Is he a robot?
He's a pilot, or he's not interested in exam.
Cooney, I think that is the answer. I don't think he's very interested in Elaine. He sees Elaine as just a regular person. He doesn't have any special interest. And also, if you watch the explanation video, I talked about sense of humor, right? Do you think Greg has a sense of humor or doesn't have a sense of humor?
It doesn't, or can't type.
That's right. I agree, Cooney. I don't think he's a funny guy. I don't think he has a sense of humor. He's probably pretty serious. What about you, Cooney? Do you have a sense of humor?
Sure.
Does your wife agree?
Sure, maybe.
Do your students agree?
I don't know.
I hope so.
I'm a very square person.
There's nothing wrong with being square. Square is good.
But yeah.
Okay, you say get someone something. Where was that? Get someone something.
Yeah, sometimes people offer somebody. Yeah. Instead of you, I can take you something, food or some party or something, such kind of situation.
Okay. The thing is, the word get. Now, Cooney, are you familiar with pronouns? Like he, her, him, it, them, that, etc., right? So the idea of a pronoun is this word stands for another noun, correct? Get is, this is my grammar, get is like a proverb, okay? Get can stand for something else. So for example, get me coffee. What does get mean?
Gave the coffee for you.
Okay, it might mean give. It could mean make. It could mean buy. It could mean bring.
Yeah, wide range of verbs.
Exactly. That's why I say it's like a proverb. this can have many possible meanings. We use it as a substitute for the verb. So to get someone something can have a million different meanings. It can have many different meanings. Does that make sense?
Okay, I got it. Yeah.
Okay,
So
good.
it's very difficult for us.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Okay. To catch someone. Okay. Yeah. Catch someone doing something. Catch someone something. Do we ever say that? Catch someone. Yeah. I think it's going to be catch someone doing something. This is the pattern, Kuni. Catch someone doing something. And the idea of catch someone doing something is someone is doing something wrong. Okay, so for example, can your students eat during class, Kuni?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, but prohibited, especially the how do you say, internet room or CAL system room. Yeah, such kind of.
Okay, so if they are in the computer room, the internet room, and they are drinking a Coca-Cola, is that okay?
No.
No. But Kuni, I'm guessing sometimes some students do that, right?
Sure.
And if you see them, then you can tell them, hey, don't do that. So to see someone doing something wrong means to catch someone doing something wrong. Okay, so basically catch means see. See someone doing something wrong. Does that make sense? Okay, and the other question for Seinfeld 104 was, meh. And this has no special meaning, but yes, in this situation, it's me is exactly what it means. However, Kuni, don't ever use this.
Okay.
So if you're calling a professor in America and the professor answers the phone, hello, don't say, meh. That would not be good.
A blunt answer, you mean? A blunt?
What's that?
A blunt? A blunt? Or...
Oh, no, it has no special meaning. This is something that only best friends or family members would use. And Jerry and Elaine are very, very best friends. Okay?
Okay.
Do you have an American who you consider your best friend?
Yeah, kind of a friend. Yeah, I have.
Okay, so friend and best friend are different. Best friend is like brother. It's like family. Okay? So if your American friend is like family and you call him or he's expecting you, then you can maybe say, meh. But I don't recommend it. I never use it, Kuni.
I have many ex-homestay students who get back in the United States. Yeah, young guys. Yeah, so I can use it for.
Well, once again, I don't really recommend it. You could use it, but I don't really recommend it. Okay? Okay, let me say hi to Yoon Francisco. Yoon is here too. Hi, Yoon. Yoon needs to change his audio settings, so let me leave a message here for Yoon. Yoon, you need to change your audio settings from telephone to microphone on the small control panel, which has the red arrow. I hope that Yoon sees that and that he can, because right now Yoon cannot hear us. He can only see what's going on. He can't actually hear it. Okay, I'm going to go to, once again, if anybody else has questions, you guys can go ahead and ask anytime. I'm going to jump in.
I have a question.
Yes, go ahead.
Question. When I practice with DDM, is there any method you recommend?
Yeah. When you're practicing with Seinfeld, I always recommend that the ladies, the female students, concentrate on Elaine or any female character, but especially Elaine, okay? Because she's a woman. So always try to be very careful with mimicking her sound and her enunciation and her pronunciation. It's very important, okay?
Yes. Okay.
With the other stories, not Seinfeld, with the other stories, concentrate on everything. Try and focus on all of the sounds, okay? It's very important. And also remember that our philosophy is if you can say it, you can hear it. So if you can say it just like an American, then you'll be able to hear it. But that takes lots of practice. So if you have a chance to practice with anybody, that's very important. And on our Google Plus community, we have many groups of students who practice with each other. And I know for sure there are at least 2 groups of women who practice together. So if you have not introduced each other, then introduced yourself on the Google Plus community, I do recommend it, okay?
Okay. Well, DDM lessons are very difficult for me to listen. And so I have to pause many times and...
Oh, Mina, don't worry. So many students are like you, okay? So the dictation is not important. The important thing is when I explain the answers and the pronunciation, do you understand it? If you understand it, you're okay. Then it's just a matter of practice.
Okay. So you say I don't have to stick with, one phrase that I have difficulty hearing.
Okay, that's a good question. So let's say you're doing dictation and one sentence is really difficult.
Yes.
My recommendation is after 5 or 10 times, move on.
Okay.
Yep. And then maybe if you have time, try again tomorrow. But more than 10 times, no. Unless you have lots of time. But, 5 times. And actually, the goal is within 3 times. Within 3 times, perfect dictation. That's the goal. But that takes a long time.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
You bet. You bet. Okay, and Yoon Francisco has joined us. Hello, Yoon.
Hello?
How are you?
Hello? Yeah.
Welcome.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you just
Can you hear me?
fine.
Okay. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too. Welcome.
Yeah, actually this is my first time.
That's right. We're very happy to have you.
Yeah, but anyway, I have many difficulties to connect this line work.
Once again, Yoon, the dictation is difficult, right?
Yes.
Yes, but when I give you the answers, is it a little bit easier?
Sure, surely.
Okay, then don't worry. It takes time. Don't be stressed about the difficulty. Try to have fun, okay?
Okay, I understand, but it's still I feel pressure.
Well,
sometimes disappointed.
but that's okay.
Okay,
We
yeah.
always need pressure and stuff like that. So don't worry too much, okay?
Okay.
When I was learning Korean, in the beginning, it was impossible. But
Yes.
as the years go by, it got easier and easier and easier.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, good. Now, I'm going to go back to Kuni's questions here. Green and the people's family name Green. Now, actually, Kuni, some people's family name is spelt the same as the color green. We have some echo. Kuni, turn your microphone off. Yeah, there you go. Because we have some echo. And the echo is coming from Kuni.
Yeah. Wait a minute.
Okay.
Leo.
Okay, good. Okay, so Kuni, green and the color green sound exactly the same, and the spelling can be the same. Why we have this, I don't think there's any special reason. I have a feeling the name originates in the UK, but I'm not exactly sure. Does that answer your question, Kuni?
I have an ex-home student from New York.
Yeah.
Yeah, his family's name is Green. Yeah, and his father's profession is English teacher. Okay. Anyway.
Explain number three.
I just do. Yeah, replicon. Yeah, replicon.
Yep.
Is yeah, nice work for the Saint Patrick's Day. Yeah, but yeah, of course, I'm a technology guy. Yeah, science guy. So the just I mentioned rainbow. Yeah, physical explanation. Yeah, like that.
Turn your mic off again.
Should be what?
Turn your mic off again.
Oh. Okay.
Okay. Because of the echo, Kuni, I'm asking you to do that. Yes, rainbows. The physical explanation, a refraction of light in the droplets suspended in air. Perfect. So we could also just say this, a reflection of light and in air, but in the air is fine. As many people know, in America, we can memorize the colors of the rainbow by using mnemonic. This is a mnemonic. Am I spelling right? Yeah, I think that's right. And the mnemonic is the name Roy G. Biv. So Roy G. Biv is some guy's name. His first name is Roy, his last name is Biv, and his middle name is G something. But this tells you the colors of the rainbow: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and then violet. So just for your information, the first 5 colors are easy: red, orange, yellow, green, blue. And then we say indigo and violet, and that is the order of the colors of the rainbow. Leprechaun and leprechauns, yes, it's a countable noun. So a leprechaun is a sprite. And a sprite is basically trouble-making fairy, something like a fairy. Yeah, it's a great word. So if you know anything about Ireland or St. Patrick's Day, you must know about the leprechaun. The leprechaun is very, very famous. And his 5th question, ply. 2-ply tissues. Yes, 2-ply tissue would be, I have Kleenex here. And of course this Kleenex doesn't say anything. Yep, I don't know if you can see it, but the Kleenex box, I don't think you can see it. It does say 2-ply tissue. So what that means is there's one tissue, but actually it's two put together. And in that case, we say a 2-ply tissue. And they have 3-ply tissue also. But of course, the cheapest tissue that we find in the public restroom is always 1-ply. So terrible. 2-ply is okay. 3-ply is very luxurious. Okay, I'm going to take more of Cooney's questions in a minute, but does anybody else have a question for now? Don't be shy. No other questions? You guys are too nice. Okay, I'm going to continue here with Cooney's questions. This is from Seinfeld 102, the wife one, falling way behind, author. When it comes to high-speed internet, U.S. and grammatically, this is a title, but grammatically, the U.S. is falling way behind. I agree. Why, for example, do you have to wait for YouTube videos to buffer? Crawford explains. You may think it's the YouTube application. You may think there is something wrong with your computer. It's probably the network provider making life unpleasant for YouTube because YouTube has refused to pay in order to cross its wires to reach you. And we'll be seeing much more of that kind of activity in the future. Yeah, this is a really terrible situation in America. There's something called bandwidth. Bandwidth. And I'll write that down. Bandwidth basically means the amount of internet you are using at one time. So if you send a text message on the internet, the bandwidth is really tiny. If you send an audio message on the internet, the bandwidth is a little bit bigger. If you send a video message on the internet, the bandwidth is much bigger. And an HD video, the bandwidth is huge. So using bandwidth actually costs money. And a company like YouTube, it's video, so we can imagine they use lots of money. They use lots of the internet's power. So many local internet companies in America charge on bandwidth. So if you use a lot of bandwidth, you have to pay a lot more money. Maybe your cell phone service is very similar. But in America, the home internet service is also like that. So for me, because I use a lot of bandwidth, I have lots of videos, I have to pay a lot of money every month for my internet. When I lived in Korea, it was much cheaper, and I never had a problem with bandwidth. But in America, it's more than twice as expensive, and bandwidth is a problem. Okay, the next question, pancake and hot cake. In Japanese English, hatu cake. I hope that pronunciation is okay. So it's the same thing. Now in America, we don't say hot. Go ahead, Kuni. Go ahead, Kuni.
Yeah, I just want the Japanese pronunciation. Hot cake.
Hot cake.
Hot cake.
Thank you. Thank you. Hot cake. Okay, so In America, we sometimes say hot cakes, but almost always pancakes. And in this situation, let's go back to Google and let's type in hot cake. And I'm going to do an image. There you go. So we see the images. Hot cakes are absolutely pancakes. And of course, if we type in pancake, we see more pancakes. And there's another interesting word that means the same thing in America. We say flapjacks. Flapjacks. So here's flapjacks, and this is the same word as flapjack. Now, in the UK, flapjack is totally different. And this is a British flapjack. So if you go to the UK and you say, could I have a flapjack? You get this. But if you go to America and you say, could I get some flapjacks? You'll get pancakes. Pancakes, hot cakes, and flapjacks. Pancakes is the most common. Griddle cakes too. Who said that? Oh, Santa. Yeah, Santa. I know Santa. Santa is a professional eater. Santa is a foodie. So
Gratty cake?
griddle cakes.
Griddle cake.
So, images. So griddle. And the idea of griddle, Griddle,
Griddle.
it's the frying pan. The frying pan is called a griddle. So if you just type griddle, then you see this image. And that is what we cook pancakes on. We cook it on a griddle. So most homes do not have a griddle. But if you go to a restaurant, they'll have a big griddle like this. Yes, so that's another great word. Very thin. Oh, boy. Exactly. McDonald's. Okay, another word, crepes. And I'll write that down. So the spelling is C-R-E-P-E, crepe, and usually with an S, crepes. Crepes are just like pancakes, except they're really, really thin, extremely thin. And inside a crepe, we can add fruit and chocolate sauce and powdered sugar. You see lots of delicious pictures here. So crepes are also very similar to pancakes, except they're much thinner, much, much thinner. And now I'm very hungry. Thank you very much, Santa Raisin, for making me hungry. Okay, let me go to another question here. Cooney asks, that's so touching. Yes, Meryl said, that's so touching. I was moved. Past tense, I was moved. That's correct. So present tense, that's so moving. That's so moving. So moving and touching is the same thing. And the idea, it touches your heart. It moves your heart. That's the idea. That's why we say it's something is touching or something is moving. It actually affects your heart. History. The modern house may be modern history. Your history, you're almost dying. Not necessarily you're almost dying. However, let's say you're watching a soccer game and the score, you're playing, let's say, and Cooney, because you're from Japan, I'm going to say it's Japan versus Brazil. So who's going to win, Cooney? Japan or Brazil?
In most cases, Brazil is very
Okay.
beat Japan. Yeah,
Okay, so Kuni, no echo, so it sounds good now. So Kuni,
I'm using the earphone right now.
great, thank you. So Kuni, if the score is 3-1, is that close or not close?
Oh, sure, close.
It's close, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Oops, I need to change the screens. So Kuni, the score is 3-1. Let me wait for my screen to pop up. There we go. So it's Japan versus Brazil in soccer. And the score is 3-1, and 30 seconds are remaining. Is that close or not close?
Oh, not so close.
Not so close, right? So in this case, we could say, oh, it was a good game, but I think Japan is history. And that means Japan is not going to win. Okay? Now, another usage would be, Kuni, when you leave your classroom, who leaves first, you or your students?
At the same time.
At the same time?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, but I stay. Yeah, some students ask question after
Right,
class,
right.
so that I will stay.
But sometimes you're really busy and you have to go, right?
Yeah,
And that's
seldom. Yeah.
in that situation, you could tell your students, okay, that's today's lecture, and I'm history. Boom, and you could leave.
Okay.
So when we say goodbye, we can say, I'm history.
In this case, someone said that dismissed.
No, dismissed, in this situation, dismissed means you can go. Okay, so we use that in the military, and also teachers use it. You're dismissed, you may go, you may leave. Okay?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, 2,100 square foot. Now, be careful. This is an adjective. So when we say square foot, we need to say house or apartment or building. Because this is the noun, this is the adjective, okay? And 2,100 feet squared, that's right. I think that's the math. 200 meters, 200 square meters, right? So we say 200 square meters. Is that pretty big?
Well, I'm moderate. I think. Yeah. This. Yeah. If this is the expression for the land.
Not for the land, for the actual living area in the house.
In the house, and one story. This is.
Could be 2 stories, could
like
be
two
3 stories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 stories. Yeah. From picture. So the one floor is 100. No, 1,000. 1,000.
1,050.
So, yes. Square foot. So that not so big, I think so.
Yeah, probably maximum 3 bedrooms. Maximum.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
So this side is my house, same to my size house.
The same as yours.
Yeah.
I showed you a picture. That picture is the accurate picture of the house. So this is 2,100 square meters. So we see here, this is the garage, the parking garage.
Yeah.
So maybe it does not include the garage.
Okay.
And this is the patio where you can have a barbecue. And it will not include the patio, I'm guessing, too. Okay?
Yeah, when I visited the American guy's house, yeah, they have the basement room.
That's right.
So the usually wide they can available space they have much more than the Japanese house. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, basements are very common in America. Where I live, nobody has a basement. because the ground is too hard. It's the desert.
Okay.
But what
Nevada, you mean?
yes, that's right.
Yeah.
But when I lived in Wisconsin, everybody had a basement. Everybody. That's right. So it almost doubles or triples the size of your house.
Yes, yeah.
Okay. Notification and a derivative word, notary. Yep, a related word, notary. When we say the word notary, we usually say notary of public. And that means if you have a birth certificate and you make a photocopy, but you need like a lawyer's office to say, yes, this is an actual photocopy of the original, then we say a notary. You need a notary. You need verification that this is an actual copy of the original. Does that make sense?
And I have experience very old days, more than 30 years ago. I sold I buy the car from the friend in the United States in Maryland. Yes, in that case, I need a notary, use a notary system in bank.
At the bank
is a notary. Yeah, notary. Yeah, so I buyers and seller. Yeah, we of me. Yeah, we stand in front of the bank.
Yep.
We're on the counter. Yeah, a bankman is bank person is a notary. Yeah, so and we say he seller. Of course, he was my friend. So that from the deposit or some using how does it prove the transfer of the money.
Yeah.
But I don't know such kind of things. We can easily sell the use the car. But I found this is a kind of system.
That's right. In America, yeah. If you if it's something expensive, and the thing about a car is a car by law requires a license, a driver with a license, and insurance. So it's a legal contract. It's not like selling a computer. Because of the license and because of insurance, you need a notary to do that. That's right. That's exactly right. And a notary, once again, it's just somebody who is authorized by the government to stamp something saying this is official.
Yes.
Yep. And commission and commissioning, that's right, very similar words. Commissioning, however, it's more common in government, I think. And there's another question, by the way. Abby says French-style pancake. Yeah, crepes are, Santa answered. Thank you. Yeah, crepes are the French-style pancakes. Kuni, what's your question about commissioning?
Yeah, I experienced commissioning. This is a kind of military word.
Okay. Yeah, we say it.
Kind of, I attended, 3 years ago, I attended the graduation week of the United Air Force in Springfield. Yeah, at that time, it's also case of our ex-com students. Yeah, he just graduated that day, so that he did the commissioning in front of the audience. Many people were gathered, and he say oath in front of the very respect before the very respect person. Yeah, he chose his father, and many people watched his debate after that. His father's saying, yeah, it's nice event, I think. Yeah, they call it commissioning, and they changed the title of the shoulder of the army. Yeah, and the family members help to change the such kind of titles, shoulder titles of the.
Yeah, the rank.
And he graduated. Yeah, such kind of ceremony.
So in America, when we talk about the military and commission, oops, I got this backwards. Sorry, hold on a second. The commissioned officer is like the lieutenant, captain, major, colonel, general. They're very clean. Their hands are always clean. And their income is high. A non-commissioned officer would actually be the corporal and the sergeant. These guys are the real soldiers. They're the ones with the guns that do the fighting and the digging and stuff like that. Their income is low. But yes, a commission, we use that in the military. That's right. Okay, Cooney had a ton of questions. I'm very happy. What about the rest of you? Forrester, do you have any questions?
Yes. I have a pronunciation question.
Great.
Could you tell me how to pronounce 55?
35?
No, I will type in 55.
Okay. So I'm going to type it over here. So, Forrester, you have to be careful with the F, and you need all the F sounds. So, 55. Try it.
55.
Not too bad. Let's just do the first part. Fifth.
Fifth.
More F. Fifth.
Fifth.
Good. That was good. 50.
50.
5.
5.
That sounds perfect. 55.
55.
Nope, not good. Try it again. Fifth.
Fifth.
More F. Fifth.
Fifth.
55.
55.
That was perfect. So you really need to focus on that F sound. Make it long, okay?
Okay.
Let me try it. Let me give you another one.
55.
Sounds perfect, Berta. Hello, Berta. All right, so read this, Forrester.
Friday the 5th at 5 past 55 p.m.
That was terrible. Okay, repeat after me. Friday.
Friday.
No, more F. Friday.
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 No. Fry.
Why?
Get that F sound. Fry.
Why?
No, Forrester, only the F. Good. Fry.
Why?
It sounds terrible. Forrester, do you have a video camera?
Yeah.
Turn it on. Let me see. I want to see Forrester.
Okay.
Let's see if we can see Forrester. Camera's not working?
Yeah, I will turn on the camera.
If you Go up to the, do you see the red arrow, the control panel? And there should be, there you go, there you go. Now you got it on. There you go. Good. Okay, so Forrester, let's say this word, F-R-Y, fry.
F-R-Y.
Fry.
Fry.
That was, now that's not bad, not bad. But I want a longer F. Fry.
Fry.
Okay, let me make a picture here. So, this is your lower lip, and these are your teeth. When you make the F sound, I have to change the color here. I want your teeth touching here, but not completely touching the lip. A little bit of space, but the inside. Friend.
Friend.
Okay, that was better, okay? Now, when we do the V, do you know the V sound? The V sound is going to be on top or outside. So here is the V. That's the V. This is the F, okay? So watch this. Victory.
Victory.
Good. But more victory. Victory.
Victory.
Friend.
Friend.
Okay, let's go back to 5:55.
5:55.
That was good. Friday.
Friday.
Okay, so right now, Forrester, it's not too bad. However, I want you to practice the F sound and make it longer. Try it.
So the F and the V, they don't have the same position?
Well, I think in Chinese they do have the F sound, but I'm not sure about the V sound in Chinese. Do you have the V and the F in Chinese, Forster?
I think so.
Okay.
No, I mean that
I think
in English, do they have the same position?
No, they don't have the same position. Different positions.
Really?
F could
So
be
the
the-
F,
for, but then could be for.
Yeah.
That's F.
That sounds good. Yeah. In Chinese, let me say this, Forster. In Chinese, you have this expression, 吃饭了吗?
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 Okay, 吃饭, fa. That's the F sound. 吃饭了吗? Okay, so try this. Friday.
Friday.
No. You don't say 吃饭了吗? You say 吃饭了吗, right?
No, Shay, it should be 吃饭了吗?
吃饭了吗?
饭, yes, it's 饭.
Okay, so the point is 吃饭. It's the same idea. Fry.
Fry.
Okay, it sounds better. Now, I want you to practice. I want you to practice the V and the F sound, Forrester. And if you can, make an audio recording and send it to me, okay?
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. And
Can you check?
let me talk to Berta for a second. Berta asked the question, is the V and the F in a different position?
I thought it was the same position, and the only difference it was that the V
Yeah, I'll explain.
vibrates the F.
Yeah, I'll explain. Now, most Americans, 90% of Americans, when they speak naturally, the V and the F are the same position. Okay?
Okay.
However, what's interesting is when an American makes a word without the sound, we change. So for example, watch this. What am I saying? Watch my lips closely. I'll say it again. It's 4 words. I'll say it 2 times. Listen carefully or watch carefully. One more time.
I,
One more time. What did I say?
I don't know.
Anybody? I said, this is my friend. Okay? So, if you watch carefully, friend, friend. I come way out into my outside teeth here. Okay? Am I going backwards here? Friend. This is my friend. Hold on a second. This is my friend. No, we'll go outside. I want a victory. Okay. You know what? I may have taught you the opposite way here. Hold on. Let me clear this up. This is your bottom lip. Victory. Yeah. Forrester, I completely taught you the opposite direction. This is your V sound. Victory, victory, victory. And
victory, victory, victory.
Sounds perfect.
Victory.
And not completely touching. This is your F sound. Not completely touching. Friend, friend, friend.
Friend, friend.
Yeah, it sounds perfect. Okay. Now, once again, like I said a second ago, most Americans, we use the same position for the F and the V. But when you're learning the sounds, especially for Forrester, and a lot of Korean students have a problem with this too, concentrate on this graphic. F, not completely touching. V, inside, completely touching. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, good. All right.
Okay,
Yep.
can you check my R sound?
Sure.
Okay, can you write sentences with
Sure.
an R?
You want me to make a sentence for you?
Yeah, can you?
You bet. Let's see.
A little bigger. I really like Ricky's rare. I really like Ricky's rare.
I really like Rick's rear.
What? I really like Rick's rear. No, a nice one.
That's a good one. It's got R's in the
Oh,
front
yeah.
and the back. Oh, boy.
It's an English class. It's not a.
Oh, it could be the rear.
It's not a ghetto class.
There.
Yeah, much better. Can, okay, I really like Rick's rear view from the ranch.
I really like Rick's rear view from his ranch.
I really like Rick's rear view from his ranch.
That sounded really good, okay? Say it, try and say it naturally. Say it real. Oh, I really like Rick's rear view from his ranch.
Oh, I really like Rick's rear view from his ranch.
Berta, that sounded great.
Really? Okay, thank you.
Really. But Berta, I wonder, the next time we practice, I'll be watching your R's.
No, and it's only when I pay attention, but yeah, somebody told me that I already have the R sound, but they think it's just like habit. But, you know, I keep making all these mistakes over and over again.
Yeah, but you're getting so much better. But like you said, when you concentrate, you can do it. When you relax, you kind of forget. It's a new habit. It's a new habit.
Yeah.
That's right.
Oh, well.
That was perfect. You did a great job.
Thank you.
More questions. It's 7:15 for me. Don't be shy.
Could I say a question?
Yes, go ahead, Mina.
Yeah.
Is this Mina or Abby?
Abby
go ahead.
here. Yeah. I just want to know how to pronounce why didn't you just tell her?
Okay, so there's
How say that didn't you? In the DDM 97, you say that should be in the, I think the second sentence, George said, why did you just tell her?
Yeah.
Right?
That's right. Okay, so there are many, many things happening in this sentence. First of all, the T and the Y, we get that CH, right?
Yes.
And then the U can sound like a Y. Y.
Mm-hmm.
The strong N can cancel the D. Right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So, why didn't you? Why didn't you?
Why did you?
Get that N. Keep the N. You got to keep the N sound. Why didn't you?
Why did you?
Why didn't you go?
Why did you go?
Get that N. I want to hear the N. Why didn't you eat?
Why didn't you eat?
Get rid of the D. Cancel the D.
Can.
Why didn't you study?
Why didn't you study?
Good. That was good. Why didn't you call me?
Why didn't you call me?
Good. Didn't ya? Didn't ya?
Didn't
Didn't
you?
ya?
Didn't you?
Good.
Ding.
That's right.
Ding.
Keep that N. Okay.
Okay.
So why didn't you sounds good. Now the next part we have a TT. So in this case we connect and only keep the second. So do we say just or just?
Just.
That's right. Just tell.
Just tell.
And then we have the 7 H's. So we can cancel the H, right?
Yes.
Just tell her.
Just tell her.
Why didn't you just tell her?
Why didn't you just tell her?
Okay, good. Let's try it again. Why didn't you?
Why did you?
Didn't you?
Didn't you?
Good. Don't say chur. Say ch.
Ch.
Right.
Ch.
Why didn't you?
Why didn't you just tell her?
Okay, that was better. That was better. Why didn't you just tell her?
Why didn't you just tell her?
That sounded much, much better. Let's do it one more time slowly.
Mm-hmm.
Why didn't you?
Why didn't you?
Nope, you're saying chur. I don't want chur. I want ch.
Ch.
Why didn't you?
Why did you?
Watch my lips here. I'm going to say both ways. Why didn't chur? Why didn't ch? Why didn't ch? I want this one. Why didn't you?
Ch. Why didn't you? Why did you?
Good.
Ch.
Just tell her.
Just tell her.
Perfect. Why didn't you just tell her?
Why didn't you just tell her?
Perfecto.
Okay, thank you.
It's easy.
And okay, and how about just why didn't she just tell her? How
Yep.
about that?
In this case, it's going to be the same thing. Let me erase this. Except it's going to be didn't she. Why didn't she? Didn't she?
Didn't she?
Yep. So here we got the she, and here the SH and the N are going to cancel this. So why didn't she? Why didn't she?
Why didn't she?
Why didn't she just tell her?
Why didn't she just tell her?
Perfect. What about he? How do we say this? This is more difficult.
Why didn't he just tell her?
Okay, you got the right idea. Why didn't he?
Why didn't he?
Why didn't he just tell her?
Why didn't he just tell her?
Great job. Perfect.
Why didn't he just tell her?
Exactly.
Okay, thank you.
You bet. Next question.
Hi, can you say fully booked?
Fully booked. That's right. Yep. Fully booked. I'll write it down here. Once again, let's make a sentence. We're fully booked.
Yeah, we are fully booked.
Okay. So say it again, please, Mina.
We are fully booked.
Okay. In this case, Mina, I recommend more L. Fully.
Fully. So put down fully.
More L. And in this case, it's going to be easier for you to do what we call the light L, and that means between the teeth. So full. So just take good. Lee. Perfect. Fully booked.
Fully. Difficult. Fully booked.
It sounds great. Oh, I'm sorry. We're fully booked on Saturday.
I'm sorry. We are fully booked.
It sounds really good. So in this case, once again, Mina, concentrate on the L and put it between your teeth. Fully. Sounds good. Very good.
All right. Thank you.
You bet. Andre, any questions?
Oh, yeah, and then the first sentence.
What the heck is this? Andre, okay, good. All right, hold on a second. Let me copy Andre's question here. Copy. Paste. See, in the beginning, nobody asks questions, and then as we go, everybody's asking questions. This is terrible. Whose very intent is a living piece of art is intended to stand out. Living piece of art. Okay. So the question
Living
is,
piece of art.
Yeah.
What does it mean?
yeah. I think we have to look at that. I agree. That's a confusing thing. I think you have to look at it as this, a living piece of art. Does this make sense? So in this case, the word living is going to refer to space for living. So it's a piece of art. The home is a piece of art, okay? It's a living piece of art. It's a piece of art where people can live. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Okay? Is that okay?
Okay.
6 months into construction, yeah. So here, why not, why not under? 6 months under construction. So we could say under, but we have to change the sentence. But after 6 months under construction.
Okay, I got it.
Okay. Do you have the time? Have you time for dining with me? Okay. We'll never say this. This is what we call a passive type sentence, and I highly recommend not using passive English. Starting a sentence with have is going to be passive. Do you have the time to, and if you want the same sentence, do you have the time to dine with me, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you have the time to dine with me? Actually, do you have the time to dine? I think we would say without the is more common. Do you have time to dine with me? Yeah, the time is fine. The time is possible. If you have already specified Friday night at 7 o'clock, do you have the time to dine with me? Then it's possible. But if no time is specified, do you have time to dine with me? So if no time, do you have time to dine with me? Specific time, do you have the time to dine with me?
And if I ask, do you have the time only, I ask about what time is it, yes?
That's right. So this is a good one. Do you have the time? And do you have time? These are different. How are they different? Andre?
I don't know
So this means,
exactly.
what time is it? 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock? Do you have free time to do something?
Whoa. Okay, I got it.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Greg plants a goodbye kiss right on Elaine's lips and walks away. What does it mean to plant? Right. Well, actually, it's similar to flowers. To plant a kiss actually means to kiss pretty hard, okay? So usually when we kiss somebody goodbye, it's a light kiss on the cheek, right?
Right.
So in that case, we say a peck on the cheek. So a peck on the cheek means a light kiss. But if we said he planted a kiss on her cheek, then it means this is her cheek. Then he was like, this is a peck. But if he planted a kiss,
Okay, got
much
it.
we get hitched, we get married, same thing. Same thing. Do you understand what hitch means?
It's an idiom, yeah? No?
Well, it has an actual meaning, and I'll show you a hitch. Hold on a second. Let me go to Google, and we'll type in hitch images, and this is a hitch. Do you see that?
What is that for?
This is for hooking up a trailer. So in this case, we see this trailer and the truck are connected by a hitch. So it's a connection. This is the hitch.
Oh, I see.
Connected, yes?
That's right. So to get hitched means to get connected, to get married.
Okay, thank you.
You bet. Not a shackle. Santa says a shackle. Yeah, marriage is a shackle, but this is a shackle. A shackle, this is the idea of a shackle. In chains. Locked in. A prisoner, a slave.
Yeah, have you ever been in that situation?
Hell yes!
Yes?
Terrible.
How many times?
Once is enough.
I don't have the privilege doing that.
You don't want it. You don't want it.
Yeah.
Misery. Misery times 10.
Yeah.
Any other questions? If not, I'm going to go to sleep. Actually, I need to get ready for DDM 105 and then go to sleep.
Yeah.
Santa says, goodbye, Coach Shane. Okay. Goodbye, Santa.
Good night. No.
No, okay, that's fine. That's fine. Let me just say once again, it's nice to meet you, Yoon. Yoon Francisco.
Yes.
Whenever you have a question, please write it down, and then when we have our hangout, you can ask me, okay?
Okay, actually, as I said, this was my first time, so I just watch it, what you are doing,
Yeah.
all guys are doing. Then next time, I try to participate in more eagerly.
That's great. Did you like the hangout?
Yes.
That's
Enjoy.
great. That's great. Mina, you had some good questions. Did you get your questions answered?
Yes, thank you very much.
It's my pleasure. Mina, it's Friday night. Is it Friday?
Yeah, Friday night, 10:30 p.m.
New York City. So you're staying at home.
Yeah,
That's good.
yes.
Cooney, it's Saturday morning. Do you have a special day planned?
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you going to go hiking?
Tomorrow morning, very early morning, I'll go to go to Cambodia.
Cambodia.
Angkor Wat. Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's fantastic.
Yeah, 5 days trip.
Please take some pictures and share them
Oh,
on
sure.
our Let's Master English, okay?
Oh yeah, sure.
That's great. Forrester, it's Friday night in Salt Lake City. Is that a boring city or an exciting city?
Kind of boring.
Forrester, are you a Mormon?
No. I believe in another church.
Another religion. Very good. Do you like Salt Lake City?
Yeah, because the people here are very kindly and welcome.
Yeah, it's I've heard many nice things about Salt Lake City.
Yeah.
That's great. That's great. And David?
I'm here. Yeah.
How are you doing?
I'm studying, Shane. I'm a nerd.
That's good, David. You're the Brazil.
I'm picking the cross section of oxygen atom. Do you wanna
let me
help me?
No, I don't want to. No. Too difficult. David is going to be Brazil's most famous physicist.
Yeah. I wanna win the Nobel Prize.
I will vote for you. I'm not on the committee, but if I am, I'll vote for you.
Yeah.
And Berta,
Shane,
yeah, go ahead, David.
explain me one thing.
Explain
Explain to me one thing. How works the health system in the United States?
You think that's an easy question?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, basically,
Every American pay.
well,
for
that's what
the hospital.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah. The hospital is not free. The hospital is not free. Well, that's not necessarily true. Some hospitals, the emergency room, you can get access and you can get help even if you do not have insurance. However, 98% of Americans would have to pay. Very few Americans would be able to get free medical service. Obamacare, not that high, but anyway, Obamacare, the idea is every American gets health insurance. However, it's still a big problem. America's health insurance was private, and they're trying to make it public, and that's a huge economic challenge. So what is the American health insurance system? It's chaos is what it is. Unless you have a lot of money, it's expensive. It's expensive. Or if you have a really good job, then it's free. So if you have a nice job at a good company, your insurance will be free. People who work at Starbucks, if they're a full-time employee, their insurance is free. But people who work for a small company, they don't get insurance. They have to buy insurance. And the insurance is pretty expensive. So many people don't buy insurance, which is fine, until they have a problem and they go to the hospital. And if you break your arm, the hospital will probably charge you $5,000 for a broken arm. It's crazy. If you have insurance, you don't have to worry. But if you don't have insurance, it can be very scary. So we're still changing from private to public, and it's a lot of chaos. That's my
But
short answer, okay?
who have insurance
Right now, I
don't need to pay.
Right. I don't have insurance, so I don't have to pay anything. However, if I go to the hospital, ooh la la, I have to pay a lot of money.
But there is no free hospital for you.
No. The only free hospital for me is Mother Nature.
And
Take
and
Obamacare.
when a person suffer an accident and
It's a
go
big
to the
problem.
hospital for 2 months
It's
and he can't pay.
yeah, you go bankrupt. In that situation, if it happened to me, I would go bankrupt. Without a doubt. Yeah, so not having insurance can be dangerous. If you're in an accident, boom, done, financially.
Your insurance pays for it.
What's that?
If you're in an accident, the car insurance pays for that.
But for me, I don't have a car. So let's say I'm riding my bike and I fall. There's an accident and I hit my head on a rock.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, I have to pay for everything.
There was an episode for Seinfeld when that Russian writer threw away device
Yeah.
and hit the head of the woman. And it's because of that she went to the hospital and she needs to pay the
That's right. She doesn't have insurance.
The bill.
She's like me. She doesn't have insurance. So it's very expensive. That's why she needs to find who owns the device. She wants to sue him.
And if I go to America and I feel bad and I don't have insurance, I'm a foreigner,
Uh-oh.
what happened?
Don't go to the hospital.
They let me die in the street.
No, see. Yeah, this is a problem with the hospitals. They will accept you at an emergency room. And in an emergency room, they will treat you. But once they realize you do not have insurance, they'll get you so that you can leave the hospital, and that's it.
Yeah, but he's still gonna get the bills, though.
Well, if he goes,
They're gonna bill him.
yeah, exactly. They'll follow you. I don't know how successful they would be in your country, but they will follow you. Yeah. That's why many people, when they visit America, they do buy insurance. You can buy it in your country.
Yes,
Pretty crazy.
it's crazy.
Mm.
The most rich country in the world
Yeah. Pretty
do
sad.
this.
Pretty sad. Okay, I'm going to say good night to everybody. Berta, Andre, Abby, and Santa, thank you, everybody, for joining me.
Thank you.
You guys have
Good
a
night.
great evening. And I will,
Good night.
once again, tomorrow, and let me see, hold on a second. In 14 hours, I will have another live hangout. So maybe 14 hours is not convenient for most of you, but if you have time, you're more than welcome to join. I will send another invitation. And once again, 2 weeks later, we'll have another hangout too. Okay?
Yeah, and how many hangouts? How many?
Okay, bye.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Berta, we have the live hangouts every 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks.
No, I mean VIP hangouts. How many do you have tomorrow?
VIP, we've got 2.
What time is the first one?
4.
4, 6. Can I be in both?
You can, hold on a second. It depends on, like,
Do you have too many people?
yeah, one of them is pretty busy. I got to double check here. Yeah, you can come to the first one, but only as a monitor.
No, never mind.
Okay, okay, yeah, we got a lot of people in the 4 o'clock.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah.
All
Oh,
right.
wow, there's a lot of them.
Pretty crazy.
All right, thank you very much.
Take care, everybody.
Okay, you too.
Bye-bye.